What's happening, fellas? Crazy Brit here, and we're back with some more MRC action. This time it's round 2 of the Infinity GT Manufacturer Series, Season 14, and this time it's the 40-minute race, following on from the sprint race I did yesterday. They start in the positions that they finished the sprint racing, so we have James in first, with Dimpy in second, and Mutt in third. So we're going to get the action underway, and this time we will have a mandatory pit stop. So 5 lights out and away we go. There the engines roar, then down to the straight. Down the straight to the first corner, you can see, and the lightning start from Dimpy there. Same with Brucey as well. He's already up into third there, about to get James for second. Is he going to do a dive bomb into second? He is. Gets a lovely overtake there. And second, there's James still there on the inside though. Yeah, the Porsches really get off the line really well. So from 7th to 2nd then for Brucey. Lovely job there. But he's got James right behind him now as we head into turn number 3. Or you could call it turn 4 to be fair. A little bit of squealing tyres then in the background with Shortsky leading the way of the second group in 7th. But back up to the front, we've got Dimpy now pulling away in first. He's on the medium tyres from the start. Bruce is going aggressive with soft tyres in second. Then we have James in third on the medium tyres, playing a long game for these guys. Same with Kevin fourth, who's now been hampered by Ice Chan and Mutt behind him. Oh, Mutt goes for a late send on the inside. Gets the move done. Is he going to concede that one? I think he might do. He lets Kev take centre, and in the next turn, he's now side by side. No, stays in 5th behind, just being in front of Ice Chan there. So Kev on the mediums, Mutt is on mediums, followed by Raj, who's on mediums on the front, Softs on the rear in 6th position there. But is he going to get an overtake here into the final turn? We go through the hairpin here. Ice Chand still leading from Mutt there in 6th. 7th is S-Rom on the mediums and softs. Then we have Shortsky on the medium and softs as well. He's now been hampered by Evil Knievel's on softs all round in 9th. Then we have Benji on the mediums. SG2 Craig, he's on the medium and softs. And then we've got Alfie, who's gone for racing hards. So back up to the front then, Brucey now in first. We've got team orders in at the Porsche camp. So softs being, Brucey's being allowed to go through into the lead with those soft tyres. He's going to want to try and extract everything he's got from the car. Make the most of those tyres before he does pit. Now this track is a tyre killer for the soft tyres. So he's probably going to get about 5-6 laps before he has to pit. We're on lap 2 now. But you can see his car is just a little bit quicker through these corners. But as I said, those tyres will wear a little bit more, or considerably more, sorry, than the medium tyres. Oh, back up to third, Big Kev in that third spot, followed by James now down to 4th. So Kev must have got a lovely overtake on him somewhere. There's Mutt in 5th, followed by Ice Chand in 6th. 7th is Shortsky, just coming through the chicane here now. Or the double chicane, bus stop. Oh, very close to that wall. Just keeps it out the retaining wall there. Evil Knievel behind him, pulling him through there. Then we have Benji in 9th, still Esrom in 10th. SG2 Craig in 11th. Then Alfie at the back in 12th. He's got front end damage, so he must have clattered the wall there. But let's hope he... I think he's trying a long one stop on those hard tyres, so let's see how that plays out for him. But back up to the front then, we've got fastest lap from a Brucey on the softs with a 1:48.7. The tipsy, gets a little bit over the curbs there, that's going to settle the car. It's going to compromise his exit out of that corner there. But we head down to the flick to the right. Now down into the, not really heavy braking for this corner. It is a generally fast corner. Click the exit curve there. Now down the hill through the S as we go. Like I said at the top of the video, we have got a mandatory pit stop in this race, 40 minutes. You only have to use 2 sets of different compound tyres, so it's up to you what you want to run. And for those running the hybrid setup with the soft and hard mediums, those count as the softer compounds, so they will still have to run either the mediums or hards. As we head now down to the chicane for the 3rd time of asking. Through Brucey goes, had to scrub a little speed there so he didn't clatter the wall again. Dimpy follows him through in 2nd, that gap's coming down to him. Kev in 3rd still, followed by James in 4th. Now he's spraying out more now. 5th, Mark Schumacher, Mutt. On his teammate there, Ice Chan in 6th, the lone BMW, unfortunately Surfer's missing this week. He's doing a great job at the minute in that Beamer. 7th is Short Skateboarded by Evil Knievel in 8th. Benji, the lone Corvette as well this week. We're missing Fast JMS. Apparently there was some tournament where you kick balls a lot, so that's why he's missing this week. As from there in 10th, looking at feisty, trying to fill Benji's mirrors up with his Aston. He's trying to sell him some beans there. He's not taking it at the minute. Craig in 11th, right behind these two in the Mercedes, and there's Alfie in 12th on the hard tyres. But back up to the front then, Brucey still leading the way. Those tyres are starting to go off now. Yep, they can only do about, I'd say about 5 laps comfortably before they start dropping off the cliff. So we'll have to see how his race develops, but he's probably going to do a long stint on the mediums. Probably aiming for about, I'd say around about 10 to 15 minutes on the soft tyres. Maybe 11 minutes, something like that. We'll have to see how it goes. Very close to the wall there as he tries to get the most out of the soft tyres. We're back to 2nd at Dimpy there, just following his teammate through, trying to defend from Kev, who's getting bigger in his mirrors there. So we've got a battle brewing here. Medium tyres on both these cars. The tyre wear very, very similar. Likewise with James on the mediums and Mutt there on the same tyres. Now Ice Chand in 6th position. Just following the 2 VWs through. Then there's Evil Knievel. And then we've got Benji and Esrom still going at it. He's trying to sell him more beans. Is he going to get it this time? He's offering 4 for 2. Oh, a little bit of a door bang there as they both go through turn 2. Very nicely done. Esrom then on the overtake on Benji. As they head now through the flick down into the next corner. Oh, looks like a late send for Benji. Can he get it done? A little bit of a touching on the back end there. But we're all safe now down the hill, so Esrom keeps on to that 8th position. That's going to slow them up. You can see Craig there now closing that gap to them as we come through the S's. I think Esrom has his position done and dusted unless Benji can come back at him down the hill to the hairpin. Don't get distracted by the sea views. You see that lovely cruise ship mode in the bay there. Oh, Esrom gets it sliding off the curb there. That's going to give Benji the advantage. Going into the chicane, they're going to go side by side. Oh, easy there, guys. Benji's into the wall there. Careful of the chicane. Nicely done. I think there was a wall scrape from Esrom there as he hits the wall. Lovely racing from these guys. Fair but tough racing. Esrom just weaving his tyres a little bit. There's Brucey in the pits, so he pits on lap 5. So only 5 laps for Brucey on the softs. so everyone's going to go through. Brucey should come out around 11th, 12th. We have lost somebody as well. Oh no, there's Seamus we lost from race 1 to race 2. There's only 12 runners, so let's see where Brucey comes out. There's Shortsky just going through. He's going to get possibly hold on to 11th place here. Alfie's coming fast approaching. No, Alfie's going to pip him. Just on those warmer tyres, even if it's on the hards. Gets the next corner, all sorts of wrong there. Just gets on the curbs, unsettles the car. Nothing he could really do, but nice save from Alfie there. No, Brucey up into 11th. Let's go to the front, see what's happening, because Big Kev has got past Dimpy Limpy. Let's just see if we can see how that happened. So Brucey pits then, it's very close here then, and then Kev just gets to drive off the last corner. And gets first position down the straight, just using all that momentum that Dimpy lost. Obviously, he put 2 wheels on the grass in the exit of the last corner there. So that's going to give Kev the drive down the straight that he needed. Ferrari power. Clips the exit curb there. And then down to the kink they go. So we'll just go a couple ahead. There we go. So Big Kev leading the way from Dimpy. Let's see how this one pans out. There's James in third. So trying to make it free in a bed. Let's see, any overtakes here? No, they're just going to follow each other around at the hairpin here. Down towards the bus stop. Chicane. Dimpy looking good in these early stages of the race, but Kev is looking better. Oh, little bit of sideways action there from Dimpy. Kept it out of the bus stop chicane walls, but had a little bit of a scrape on the exit wall there, but all said is good. So now he's got James all over the back of him now. James fancies a monster here to go with his bounty. Let's see who's going to get to turn 1 first. As they head down side by side down the straight, giving each other plenty of room there. Is that James going to go for a send on the inside? He is. Gets that move done. So James now up into second from Dimpy. And we've got Mutt in 4th on his own. Ice Chandy in 5th, just following him through. Followed by Knievel in 6th. Benj is there in 7th, having to after getting back past Esrom. Esrom now falling into the clutches of Craig. That Mercedes is really good on some corners, but it's really, really bad on its tyres, especially a track around this. He's going to try and have to look after those tyres on the rears. The soft tyres are wearing down now, so he will start getting a looser back end. But Shortsky there in 10th, just plugging away, followed by Brucey in 11th, trying to catch that gap up to him as we now go down the hill towards the S's. You can see the momentum is gaining. He doesn't need to pit again, so he's in prime position to get some overtakes done when people pit. And there's Alfie in 12th. Let's see what he can do as well. He's going to have to pit still, but trying to get good laps plugged away. I think he has actually been. Has he been in the pit on lap 5? No, it says he's pitted, but he hasn't. It must have been screwed up with Brucey was pitted. So Big Kev then leading the way in 1st, opening that gap now to James in 2nd. James is the fastest lap of 48.3. Dimpy there in 3rd, just following through, trying to keep as close as possible to James, not losing that gap. There's Mutt in 4th, with Ice Chan still in 5th in the Beamer. He's got Evil Knievel right behind him though. Is he going to start struggling, or is the Toyota better on the softs? We are in the 150, 149 lap range for these guys. Faster lap time on that lap, on lap 7 for Evil Knievel. So let's see if he can use that momentum he's got to get a overtake done on Ice Chand. Very good performance from Evil Knievel, No Net Monster, this this round. As we now barrel down the hill, down to the hairpin. Reaching speed up to 141 there for Evil Knievel as we get into the braking zone for the hairpin. All over the back of that Beamer. Battles all the way up and down the grid. Lovely to see. So it follows him through the chicane. Please don't hit the wall. Oh, that was very close then to the inside wall there. But managed to keep it out. Scrubbed a little speed there. Lost a little bit of that gap. But it's still there as we head down into the hairpin. The last corner. Now up the hill towards the start-finish straight to start lap 9. Fast approaching at that 20-minute mark. She'll be the halfway. So Benji there in 7th, followed by S-Rom in 8th, trying to catch him up now. Craig there in 9th. Brucey has got past Shortsky. Shortsky must have pitted. So Brucey in 10th, followed by Alfie there. Just coming side by side with Shortsky. Shortsky's pitted. Shortsky hasn't pitted. Shortsky must have had enough somewhere. Yeah, 156 lap time, so unless he's dinked the wall at the bus stop of death. Most commonly known as the chicane of death. It's actually 2 chicanes. So, just following Shortsky. Yeah, you can see a big dink on the front end of that car. There's Brucey just coming out of that corner that they're heading to now. Alfie just getting some good lap times, trying to plug the way. But those hard tyres are starting to wear as well as the mediums. So Big Kev still in first, leading the way. I think these guys are probably going to go to the 30-minute, around the 30-minute mark with those medium tyres, just so they can get the one stop. Infinity James there in second. Oh, from the sprint race, it was actually Mutt who did the liveries for Team Bounty, so I do apologise. But there's some very good liveries there, Mutt. Kind of a personal opinion, but I feel that they should have numbers on. It's kind of weird seeing cars racing without racing numbers on, but that's just my personal take on it. But they do look very, very nice. There's the 86 Monster as he gets on the grass there, managed to keep it out the wall. Dimpy, those tyres are not looking great as well. He's getting to the top of the triangle on the front left there. So he's going to try and want to save those tyres as much as possible. Mark Schumacher there in 4th, followed by Ice Chand right behind him in 5th. There's Knievel in 6th still. Benji in 7th. Now he's got S-Rom behind him again. Let's see if these guys can keep it clean. S-Rom is going to want to get back past him. Looking for a dive there, thought better of it. Just this little cheeky little look there as we come through the hairpin. Oh, Benji's wide. That's going to give S-Rom the advantage as we come through the exit. He's in front there. Only just though. Gets through the chicane. The first one there. Now through the second. Little touch and go for Benji there. Scrubbed off some speed. We've got Craig in 9th. Just coming through. Doing a great job so far. The low Mercedes is missing his teammate as well. Hopefully his teammate will be here next round. So heads into the hairpin. Is he thinking about pitting this lap? No, he's not. He goes straight through. And there's Brucey coming through the shot in 10th. Short skate coming through the hairpin now in 11th. Marmot Aston, is he going to pit this lap? No, he's going for another one, so he's killing those tyres. He's going to shred those tyres to the maximum then. I think a wise person once said, why shred tyres when you can be mature? Exactly. Very wise words there. So Alfie there in 12th coming through, and the Infinity decal, it's a pretty interesting actually detail on this car. The Infinity on the hood isn't actually for the Infinity series. It's actually for his RC controlled car that Alfie and his dad Joe, they do the RC racing, and he's got Infinity on his RC car. So, and I believe that's the design from the whole livery is the design from his RC car as well, I believe. So yeah, very, very cool livery design. Really love that. Can't wait to see what the Group 3 car is going to look like next week at Watkins. So that's a shout out to Alfie and Joe with the RC cars. Love the RC racing. It's pretty cool. So back up to the front then, Big Kev, and we got people pitting. Mark Schumacher, Evil Knievel in the pits. So Big Kev in first, second Infinity James, Dimpy there still in third. Ice Chan now to fourth, followed by Benji in fifth. Evil Knievel's in, Mark Schumacher's in, Craig is in, Esrom's in. So it's pit stop time. Is Shortsky going to come in the pits as well? Shortsky, yep, he's coming in. Alfie goes through on those hard tyres. So let's see where the guys are now. So you've got the front three still leading the way. Dimpy a little bit wide there coming through the S's. That's going to upset the car and unbalance him for the next couple of corners. Compromises his run through the S's there. There's Ice Chan in fourth. Benji there in fifth, but there's Brucey in sixth. Getting that early pit stop. Now got a couple of positions on the guys in front. So let's see how the race pans out for him. But there's fresh set of softs there as we've passed the 20-minute mark. So let's see if we can catch him up. Should be able to. Those softs can go 20 minutes around this track on the VW. And when the VW has the soft tyres, it's very OP. So let's see how long it takes him to catch up. Brucey in front there. Evil Knievel got a 3-second penalty. Either pit entry or pit exit. Crossing those lines next to a 3-second. His teammate is right behind him though in 9th, doing a great job on the hard tyres. And he hasn't pitted yet, so we'll have to see what happens when he does pit. Let's see if he goes on the softs or the mediums. But this is where the penalty line down here towards the final corner. Just coming through the tunnel. He pulls over to the right, serves that penalty. That's going to cost him a lot of time. There's his teammate Alfie. Should be able to keep that position in front. Nope, he gives Alfie the inside. Ice Chan now pitting as well. So Alfie then in front of his teammate. Breeble's going to come back past. He's got the faster tyre. Oh, Alfie goes in the pits, but he's going to cross the pit line. Unfortunate for him. So was that a late decision then for Alfie to pit? So it's coming up. Oh, unless he was meant to pit. Yeah, it looks like he was going to pit. Didn't signal to his teammate that he was pitting. And yeah, very, very messy there, but these things happen. So he will have to serve the 3-second penalty that Evil Knievel got. Well, Esrom there in 9th, followed by Craig in 10th. Shortsky there in 12th, but he's got front end damage, so he will maybe make one position up on Alfie here. But it's been a bit of a miserable race for Shortsky so far. Alfie has gone on to mediums, but like I said, he will have to save that penalty later on in this lap. Back to this front then. Those tyres are looking very used now for Big Kev in first. Same with James in second. And Dimpy in third. Is he going to pit this lap? He's got damage. He's lost a bit of time. No, he's not going to pit yet. He's going to want to go long to get the soft tyres. Kev is in the pits though. With over 15 minutes left in the race. So he's going to come into the pits from the mediums. Let's see what he does. There's Dimpy and James going through. Benji there in fourth. Is he going to pit? No, he's not. He's coming through. Brucey there in fifth, making headway then. Another position for Brucey. Is he going to be able to get Kev? No, Kev's just coming out of the pits now. Benji's just coming down the straight. So Benji should be able to get past. Yep, there he goes. Down to turn one. Corvette passing the Ferrari. So Kev there still behind. I'm just going to have a little drinks break there. There we go. I think Craig found out doing the season opener after talking for so long, especially doing the hour races, that we get very close between Kev and Benji. Your throat goes really dry, so you need a drink to keep talking for 40 minutes or more. But we've got a battle brewing here. New tyres versus old. Let's see if Benji can keep onto the back end of that Ferrari. The next couple of corners is probably going to lose him, though. Those old tyres are not going to be able to keep the pace up with him. We've got James into the pits now. So he's going to have to go less than 50. And Dimpy as well. So these guys are only going to have 15 minutes on these soft tyres. As we head now to lap minute 26 of the race. So Benji there. Going to go for another lap. Interesting strategy. I mean, you are going to lose time, but he's got the track position. So let's see if it can be a hindrance to these guys who've just pitted. He's going to go through. James now down to third as Benji goes through on the Corvette. There's Brucey in fourth, losing getting a position on his teammate, but I'm sure his teammate is going to come back past. Those soft tyres. Mutt there in sixth. Ice Chan on his own there in seventh, followed by Knievel in eighth, just coming up the hill now. There's Craig in ninth. He's on a fresh set of mediums as well. S-Rom on medium tyres. Shortsky there on mediums, and Alfie there at the back in 12th, just behind Shortsky. So these two have at least got someone to race with each other at the back of the grid in 11th and 12th, but great job so far. It can be very disheartening when you're sat at the back of your area. You know, this track might not gel with you, so you've got slower laps than everyone else, or you've had a crappy race at the start and you find yourself at the back of the grid. It is very disheartening, and you know, sometimes probably want to give up. But great job for sticking with it. It does help the racing. We'd rather have people race to the end of the races rather than just either giving up or quitting out altogether. Because there still is points on offer. All the points matters. I think the guys in League One are finding that out. It's very close up and down the whole grid, but someone's going to be in first and someone's going to be in last. That's how racing works. So as we come across the line, start lap 16, there's the fastest lap from Kev, 47.5, followed by James in second. Then we have Benji in third, still not pitting from the tyres. Brucey there in fourth, just catching him up now. So those worn tyres really costing Benji, but he's got to go to 30 minutes so he can put the soft tyres on. Yeah, because he's on the mediums, so he needs to go this extra lap, which is going to absolutely kill his front left tyre. As you can see, he's almost out. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Brucey and Benji. Oh, no harm done there. Brucey lets off the accelerator a little bit, and he's going to try again. I think Benji didn't expect Brucey to go for the late dive there. I think Brucey might have not known that Benji's on those tyres and they're really, really warm as he gets all sorts of unbalanced there. Gets on that curb, just steps the car out. Those tyres are really killing his steering ability there. So that's put Dimpy right behind his teammate now. If team orders are still in effect, Brucey should let him past after the chicane. He's probably going to let him down the inside on the hairpin. He's watching Benji and Mark Schumacher just come through the chicane. So let's see what happens here with the two Porsches. Yep, there's Brucey pulling over to the left hand side. He's going to let his teammate through. He knows his teammate's faster. Go get him, boys. Uses the hazard lights there to say thank you. There's Benji finally going to the pits. His pit crew must have thought he must have got lost, but he's finally in the pits after extending those medium tyres as far as he can. So Mark Schumacher is now going to want to close that gap to Brucey then. Brucey's still behind his teammate. But back up to the front then. Big Kev leading the way on those softs. Infinity James there in second, trying to close that gap. Dimpy there in third, with his teammate behind him in fourth. Mutt in fifth. Then we have Ice Chan in sixth. Benji's coming out in seventh, whereas Evil Knievel just coming down the straight now. Is Benji going to be able to get that car whirred up before we get to the first corner? He surely is on those fresh softs now, so Benji should be able to hold on to that 7th position against Evil Knievel in the mediums. Then we have Craig now coming under fire from S-Rom, both on medium tyres. Craig's got more fuel, so looking at everyone else's fuel, looking at those guys that have just pitted, I think Craig might have a little bit too much fuel there. S-Rom might be, yeah, S-Rom should be okay on that fuel to the end. There's people with less fuel on, so, but yeah, I think Craig just put a little bit too much in, cost him a few extra seconds. I do appreciate anyone supporting the channel as well with the decals on the car. You can see the lovely Crazy Brit on the rear window of Craig's car there. I do appreciate the support, it helps out the channel. And it's nice to see people supporting with your decals on the liveries as well. Let's head now through the chicane. Craig still defending from S-Rom there. A little special mention as well, we do this season, we have got the prostate cancer charity on the cars as a sign of support for Les. We do hope that he is doing well and that his treatment is going okay. Keep fighting, Les. We all love you and all support you, mate. And as we like to say, fuck cancer. I think everyone can also agree there. Don't usually swear on the channel, but this time it needs it. So Craig there, oh, getting a little bit squirrely as he comes out turn 1, turn 2. Well, the back end of the Merc is it's a beautiful car. It's can be a bit squirrely at times. You gotta really wrestle the car sometimes, especially with the back end being so loose. But as you get the power down, it does like to step out. Creates some great racing though, drifting and sliding all around the show. But back to 11th and 12th, Shortsky and Alfie still having a cracking race at the back. See, this is racing. It doesn't matter what position it's for, you fight until the very end. Doesn't matter whether you're racing for first position, 5th position, or 11th and 12th. This is why we do it, because we love racing. So Shortsky's still holding off Alfie then. Alfie's on better tyres, so come on Alfie, you can get him. Alfie's going to want to try and get this overtake done in the next few laps as we head very, very quickly to the 35-minute mark. So we're getting into the last stage of the race now. Kev there still in first position. Not really seen him in this race. Only seen him a few bits. Been out too far in front. A lonely race from him. A couple of cars behind him at times. But getting that Ferrari into first position and led the way from there. James there in second, doing a great job in the VW. Obviously won the sprint race, so he's going to get a couple of positions up on these guys. So just watching the guys coming through the hairpin and into the chicane. Dimpy there in third now on his own, left his teammate behind. Obviously on those soft tyres, but they are starting to wear, so let's see how these later stages of the race will pan out. Brucey there in fourth. Oh, a little bit of a dink on the wall there. That's going to cost him a few seconds there. It's going to cost him speed as we head down to the hairpin. Could be pretty close between him and Mutt at the end of the race. The soft tyres are wearing down. Could be a close finish between these guys if Brucey can hold off Mutt. Obviously different tyres. Those soft tyres are starting to be the same pace as the mediums now though with the tyre wear. Ice Chan there in 6th on his own. Benji there in 7th on his own as well. So these two guys just having a really good race at the minute. Going to have some solid points for their respective teams. Obviously both missing their teammates, so they're just trying to plug away the laps. It was a long stint from Benji, but he's still got 7th, so, and there's Evil Knievel just behind him in 8th. And there's Eshrom in 9th, having to getting past Craig. Craig there in 10th, with Shortsky in 11th. Now Shortsky just owning a little bit of a gap to Alfie. Alfie there in 12th, still trying to get close to him. So Kev just coming towards the chicane now. Mark Schumacher's got past Brucey. Oh, it's tight. Oh, a little bit of a bounce on the curbs there for Brucey. That's going to upset the car and give Mark Schumacher the place. There you go, Mark. Free position for you. So Brucey's now got to recompose himself, refocus, and try and close that gap to Mutt there. It's going to be a tense couple of minutes, couple of laps to go for these guys. But back up to the front then. There's Kev in the first position. Second is James. That gap opening a little bit more than it was. There's Dimpy on his own in third. Then we've got Mutt and Brucey right behind. Still together. Mutt has got low fuel. Brucey's just got a tad more than him. So it could be an interesting finish. There's Ice Chand, Mr. Raj, just coming through the hairpin there. Then we've got Benji there in 7th from the Corvette. Evil Knievel in the Toyota Supra. Followed by Eshrom in the Aston in 9th. Then we have, when the camera can find him, there's Craig in 10th in the Mercedes, just coming through. There's Shortsky coming through the chicane. Lovely stuff there, no touching the walls. There's Alfie coming through as well. Great stuff. After the race, we will run you through the points and the standings after this race. So Kev there, just coming through the chicane now for the 21st time. I'm asking, this should be the penultimate lap. We've got one more lap to go. The 22 lap race. We've got cars all moving around the track at the minute. I'd like to see so Big Kev just coming through now to start the final lap of the race. There's James in second. Gimpy's just coming up the hill now in third. The soft tyre's looking very, very old. Bruce has got past Mutt again. But Mutt's there side by side as we head down the straight. So these guys are going to have a very, very close final lap. Probably have stay on board with these two, as there's not really anybody else battling at the minute. Yeah, everyone else is just on their own at the minute, so we're going to follow on board with these two. We will cut to leaders when we get to the end of the lap. So Mutt's still in the lead over Brucey at the minute of this little group here. Brucey tries to get the dive on the inside, doesn't quite get it done. Mutt defends there, so Bruce is going to have to think now towards the hairpin at the bottom of the hill after the S's as we go through the S's. You can see Mutt is low on the fuel, the tyres are not there, same with Brucey. Both of these guys, worn tyres, low fuel. As we now head down to the hairpin, Bruce is going to have to send it here, or at least close on him. So now that overtaking opportunity is gone. It's going to have to be through the chicane, get the speed and get to the hairpin at the end of the lap here. We're just going to cut to the leaders now as they come up the hill towards the line. There's Kev, very, very good race from him. He takes the victory then. Second is going to be James, great stuff from him. Dimpy's going to come home and then get in third. We have had a position change, so we are going to go to these guys in a minute because it looks very close. As Dimpy's going to cross the line and get the last podium spot for third. Right, let's go back to these two then. So they come through the chicane of death. Let's just rewind it back. There we go. So Mark Schumacher looking a little bit slow there, scrubs off the speed. There's Brucey right behind him as we go through the tunnel towards the hairpin. Brucey takes the inside line. Gets the move done down the inside. Can he get defended? He does. He blocks Mutt on the exit there. Shuts the door. It's going to be very, very tight as they come across the line. Mutt all over the back end of Brucey. It's going to be tight. It's going to be Brucey. Brucey takes fourth then. Mark Schumacher gets fifth. Great stuff from to the end for them two guys. Lovely racing. There's Ice Chance coming across the hairpin now. Up the hill we go. He's going to take sixth position and a great race from him. Great result. Good points. Likewise with Benji as well. Good result for him in seventh. S-Rom is going to come up the hill just in front of Evil Knievel and finish in eighth. Some good stuff from him in this race as well. Evil Knievel there in ninth, followed by Craig in 10th. He's going to finish in top 10 there as well. We didn't catch Alfie and Shortsky finish, but Shortsky had a very slow lap on 21. So he's going to finish ahead of Alfie there. I do apologise about that, guys. But that's going to be the race then. Good stuff from round 2 of the Infinity GT Manufacturer Series. So I'll run you through the points as it stands currently. So after 2 rounds, Ben, Mr. Dimpy, is leading the way on 58 points. Then we have James in second in 56. Third is going to be Kev after that lovely finish there in the Ferrari. He's going to be on 52. Then we go to Brucey in fourth on 44. Followed by Mark Elbridge, which is Mark Schumacher. He's in fifth with 36 points. Then we have Raj on 33, sorry. Then we have Cole Romans, Mr. C-Rom, He's on 33 points as well. Then we have Ben John, Mr. Benji. He has 19 points. Then we have Sean Shortsky. He's on 16. Then we have John Timoney. He's on 14. That's Evil Knievel. Then we have Craig. He has 10 points. Then in 12th is Duncan. He was missing this week. Fast JMS. He's on 8 points. Followed by Alfie on 7. Evan is on 6. Followed by Seamus on 4. And Ewan has 0 points at the minute. So hopefully he's racing next round. But until next time, guys, City.